you still gave you boys enough time to drop. Not it over. My like a bad little kid. I broke my cousin Tim. I put a
2 teams, 2 conferences. It's a road game for the Rockets, and Houston is looking to play Texas big. Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. And for the Pistons, we've got another hometown game here in Detroit. And Brent, credit the Pistons fans for sticking with them after a tough season last year.
Well, Kevin, it's been a couple of rough years in Detroit, and never easy to have your team go through something like that. You know, where you're getting national media attention for not winning games, it's never a good thing. But these fans are loyal, they're hungry, and the future is going to be bright in Detroit, I promise you that. How about Hero gets inside and finds a way to sneak up his shot and get it to go.
Outside, Porzingis. Stolen by Hero. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Cunningham. Second shot opportunity. Out to Harris. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Puts it up. Green for 2 points.
Tobias Harris can knock down shots from a lot of spaces on the floor. He is definitely an offensive threat.
Screen by Porzingis. They kick it out to Green. And here's George for 3. Rebound, Detroit. Here's Thompson. And he gets the bucket.
Gotta do more than this to stop Thompson. He's used to having to fight through contact.
Holiday, pass to Green. From deep. Another miss by Houston.
Yeah, a little bit surprising he hasn't connected on at least one of his 3 shots yet, but he's going to keep shooting.
A slow start here for Houston in this one. Nothing yet up on the scoreboard for them. And that one's good, George.
And maybe a deep breath moment for them. They're now 1 for 4 to start the game.
Cunningham for 3. Hits it from 3-point range.
Cade eager but not rushed that time, just jumping at the chance with a quick shot.
Now here is Holiday. Outside, Porzingis. And the 3 ball is good.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the 3-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
And here's Thompson following Porzingis' 3, and slam dunk by Harris.
All that athleticism from Tobias Harris showing that time.
Nuggets trailed by 6. Outside, Holiday shoots a fader, and Houston again with the bucket.
You don't see that too often, the fadeaway shot when he's wide open.
Here's Cunningham. Pass to Duren. And Duren slams it in.
And this is why the offense involves Jalen Duren in screen and rolls, showing off his great mobility.
And when it comes to Jalen Duren, Brent, is it fair to say some teams regretted not drafting him?
Well, maybe a handful, Kevin. I mean, there's a particular way that you want to play or use that position with how you get out there offensively. Jalen is a proven big. This guy is physical, strong, and can rebound, and gives you a different presence on the inside.
GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
Now, here's Cunningham. Holland. And no good. Excellent D there from George. Rebounded by Cade Cunningham.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
So both teams changing it up here. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Trailing by 4. George looking over the floor. Outside Holiday. Another miss by Houston. To the middle. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And it's Schroeder missing.
That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups.
Now Detroit moving it up. Kicks it out to Beasley. Detroit, no good that time either. Green inside the three-point line. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Pistons ahead, up by 4. And we'll get things started. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
And, guys, they've done a great job feeding their bigs inside. They are just punishing the opposition in the paint.
So much good energy and flow tonight, and that has really come out of great ball movement. Guys have been open, and as soon as they are, they get the ball.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Jalen Green has shown he's capable of carrying a team offensively. He said, "It feels good knowing that my teammates believe in me to do that. I've had to learn a lot of things to grow, but that's what I work for. I want to be one of those guys that you give the ball to in crunch time." Kevin, I always want to give the mic to you in crunch time. Back to you.
You are an unselfish playmaker, and I appreciate that. By the way, Green can be electric and so fun to watch. Hey, DA, thanks. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line. It's on Asar Thompson. The Rockets shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
Pass to Ware. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game now.
And I love Cade Cunningham just playing this way, an electric player when he takes advantage.
Brent, we talk about guys on the brink of stardom. Cade Cunningham is right there.
Yeah, the two areas you'd love to see Cade improve on is just taking better shots and making plays for others. He has that instinctually, Kevin, as a point guard at his size. But as his team grows, the appreciation for what Cade Cunningham can do on the floor, that will grow too.
And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Shots good by Hero.
Tyler Hero ready to pull the trigger at any time.
Here's Mitchell. Hasn't made one yet. Here's Brooks. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Here's Thompson. Out to Harris. Fires from deep. Rockets with the rebound. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. Brooks, that's a 2-pointer. And here they come. And slam dunk by Harris.
And trust me, Dennis Schroeder would love to score the basketball, but his ability to set up his teammates is also effective.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Just 5 to shoot. From the arc. That one misses. Straight D that time from Dennis Schroeder. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. Schroeder's got the lead up to 8 now for the Pistons. Pass to Holiday. Launches a 3. Traps in the tray.
That's a nice play. Getting the separation he needs for a clean look.
The defense has got to be a little bit better, especially when he's looking to fire from that distance.
Here's Hero. Takes it off the glass. Hero's got 5 points now in the quarter.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
And now David Aldridge has an update for us on Drew Holiday. What's the news, David?
Thanks, Kevin. I just talked with the Rockets' head athletic trainer. And from what he can tell, he said it doesn't appear to be a terrible injury. These early season injuries are tough to come back from, and it will force them to change the rotation. They'll have to switch up all of those off-season plans and see what changes they make. Kevin?
Good information, David. He's certainly been on our minds. Now, at least, Greg, we have a little more clarity.
Yeah, now they have the information they need to take the best course of action.
Everybody wishing the best for him. We all know how badly he wants to be out there playing alongside his teammates and competing.
Here's Hero. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. And Greg, for longtime Pistons fans, that bad boys era was so special.
I mean, Detroit's a tough, hard-working town. And those teams did have great talent led by Isaiah Thomas, but it was their physical, intimidating style of play that made them the bad boys.
Here's Schroeder. It's rebounded by Porzingis. They play the clock right, then go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Out to Smith. Fires the 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Smith's got 5 points so far.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
To the inside. And Duran slams it in.
A strong finisher at the rim. That's Jalen Duran.
Rockets trailed by 7. Outside, George. Here's the 3. No good on that one. Here's Stewart. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And the first half is now in the books. Pistons lead by 7. Live from Little Caesars Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Holiday with it. The shot, no good. Detroit leading by 7. Duran a screen. Cunningham for 3. Great positioning on the putback.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Holiday looking over the floor. Pass to George. Wide open look. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday.
That's a reliable offensive option right there. Shooting with consistency as Paul George can get you from a number of spots.
Stewart a screen. Wasted no time on that one. Cunningham's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Pass to George. 6 on the shot clock. Going inside. Uses the glass to finish the layup. George has got 6.
So good, so experienced. Paul George can convert the toughest of buckets.
Here's Cunningham. Porzingis with the rebound.
It seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
At the elbow, Smith. The kick out to Holiday. Pulls up. That one doesn't drop.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there. Well, if he wants to make the defense work, he's got to start knocking down the threes. Only one so far in this game for him, and none since halftime.
Both teams will make substitutions.
Substitution on the floor.
And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. They've led by as much as 10. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. Hey, Greg, where do you think the Rockets are the strongest in their play?
I'd say on the glass. They generally do a good job crashing the boards and going for loose balls. They really value every possession.
Cunningham for 3. Brooks grabs the board.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
And I feel like guys like Green, a great scorer, really should try to utilize the pump fake.
Both free throws good from Green. Here's Cunningham. 8 points for him. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Detroit, no good that time either.
Is it getting cold in here? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
And Thompson sends it back.
He has the potential to be an elite NBA defender for a long time. Thompson can guard anybody.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
On the wing, Green. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Malik Beasley.
And once the G League took it to another level, Green skipped college, became the #2 overall pick of the draft, and that's really changed the landscape.
1:29 left in the third quarter. Here's Cunningham, and he banks in the layup. Cunningham's got 7 now in this quarter.
And Kay doing a great job of figuring out how it is that he's going to stay this efficient.
Pass to Green. Beyond the arc. Detroit with the rebound. Here's Thompson. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And now a 12-point Detroit lead.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
It's good. Mitchell's got his first bucket in this one.
That kind of looks like a predictable shot, one that they want. The defense has to prevent the ball from getting into that sweet spot.
Rockets trail by 10. Here's Brooks. The rebound by Alonzo Mourning.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
He gets right to the rim, but the defense there to deter it.
The Pistons shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Hard to get young players to be energized by defense, but Asar Thompson has come into the league with that kind of junkyard dog mentality.
Outside Holiday. Pass to George. Shot clock at 5. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. 8 points for Paul George.
He's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. It's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Pistons ahead, up by 10. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. So it's the Pistons now. And here is Hero. Takes a 3. Comes up empty, and he's now 5 for 8.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. That's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Just blitzing the defense. Holiday gets to the hoop before they're able to stop him.
Pass to Morning. The shake. And it's good on the way in. And the Pistons lead by 10.
Not sure how he gets that pass off. I thought for sure he was going to pull the trigger.
Left side, George. And stolen by Morning. Now Detroit moving it up. Buries it from three-point range. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Detroit.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
There's Hero with the 3. Rockets trailed by 10. And it's Brooks in the corner. And it's Isaiah Stewart with the foul. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Here's George. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Outside Hero. Here's Duran. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Connects from three-point range. Harris has got the lead up to 13 now for Detroit. George up top. The kick out to Holiday. Smith right side. Shot clock at 6. Zinga's high post. Another miss by Houston.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And here's George for 3. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And something that's already interesting about Jabari Smith is his versatility, scoring from beyond the arc or at the mid-range. He can get points a number of ways.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you're going to pick to send to the free throw line. And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
Outside Hero. The kick out to Cunningham. Stolen by Holiday. Brooks with it. Now defended by Cunningham. Releases. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Holiday focus there and a good job of scoring despite getting whacked.
Detroit leading by 9. Hero from long range. The rebound by Holiday. Here's George. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
Yeah, Paul George not waiting around, wanting to get out in transition, run the floor, and become a dangerous weapon on the perimeter.
Pass to Thompson. Here's Duran. Kicks it out to Hero. Cunningham outside. And it's out of bounds to the Pistons as Detroit retains possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate. Paul George stepping up big time.
Left side, Hero. Here's Thompson.
And his athleticism is really off the charts. Love seeing Thompson punching home like that.
Here's Holiday. Here's George. Out to Porzingis. Shoots over Duran. Porzingis can't hit.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
Thompson outside. It's up a three. Offensive rebound. Launches it. The Pistons keeping it alive. A new 14. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Hero. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. And the Pistons lead by 9. And so it's Detroit with the W. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And that'll do it, folks.
She said stop crying and get used to the try. Get the out my way. 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 Move. Get out the way. If you plan on heavy stepping, girl, you better start shape. Peter Piper. Call me Mrs. Parlay. And I'm carrying these. Why you say I do that when I didn't do that? Pull up looking like a lick, then I sped off in a Benz. Victoria's Secret, she a 2 feet kicking. We on just do it. Get the out my way. 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 Get the whip like Bentley truck. Keep starting. Make a dap and duck. Make a dap and duck. Make a hokey pole. Line these up and make them do the dosey-do. Gone. I got the two-tone. I feel like Thanos in this. I'm too. I be like, then I'm gone. I be like, then I'm gone. Then the drone. Leave me alone. I be on these minds in they head just like a comb. I'm too grown. I'm too on. I'm too rich and I'm too. What the is you on? Get the out my home. Get the out my way. 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 Move, Graham, I go ham, swap me up a man talking on Instagram, see me and start to stuttering. In my fashion Timberlands, and my easy breezy insinuating.
Congratulations. Boss move. Boss move. What you refuse to do? Refuse to lose. I'm just trying to win. Congratulations. Boss move. Boss move. What you refuse to do? Refuse to lose. I'm just trying to win. Congratulations. Congratulations. I'll retire when I expire. I'm in the truck like a spare tire. Not a dragon, but I spit fire. Volcano heat, not no little old trenches. Looking at my life through different lenses. Back when my heart was full of vengeance. Not good, but bad intentions. Somehow the Lord kept me unharmed. Kept my head up under his arms. I had a cross for a charm. The chosen one when I was born. Earl Stevens, I'm the proprietor. Wait for my company to get acquired. 200,000 strong. One day I'll have enough to buy my grandchildren homes. Generational wealth. What you doing? Boss move. What you refuse to do? Refuse to lose. I'm just trying to win. Congratulations. Boss move. What you refuse to do? Refuse to lose. I'm just trying to win. Congratulations. Congratulations. I don't like it, I love it, man. Congratulations. Have at it, man. It's there for you, bro. Congratulations. Once I crystal the mic and get on top of the beat, it becomes an instant classic when he 40 speak. My lyrics poke out just like a widow peak. I go like I got petty to fetch, refuse to lose. Ain't no recess commercials or interludes. Right now I'm off my own and I'm at the crib. And it's this new to your OG from the, but I'm still not out of the woods yet. Even though that I'm Project English is my language. Ghetto slang, broken English. It's hard to crack the code and distinguish. BR, before rap, I was famous. What you doing? Boss move. What you refuse to do? Refuse to lose. I'm just trying to win. Congratulations. Boss move. What you refuse to do? Refuse to lose. I'm just trying to win. Congratulations. Congratulations. Go crazy, my guy. Let's have at it. Congratulations. There's enough money out here for all of us, man. Hello. Congratulations. Droopy on the beat. Oh my goodness.
If we locked in, ain't no switching up. Brody came home, went to pick him up. My mans, I'm riding with a picture of. Shoot back to the crib, went to track hard. Got it tinted up, caught him outside. Now he in a, ain't no falling off. I done put 2 million up. Ain't no falling off. I done put 2 million up. Catch it at the light, like ain't no light at the. You ain't big enough. Know them youngins mean business. truck. They gon' spin till they dizzy, it'll pick them up. I've been focused on this pay. Coming out retirement, the dead play. Though man's with a he don't pay, I make him pay. I can stop the day with what I made today. Probably won't admit it, but I paid the way. Who else you know made all these millions and ain't signed no papers? Never made a statement. Wasn't there when we was rapping in the basement. They was throwing parties, we was throw house party. We misbehave, gotta keep an eye on my slim cause he shady. He ain't know what he was doing, I had to school and teach you how to turn. I'm a tutor, how you jumping out of foreign pockets filled with all. I'm riding with a cougar, red and green Gucci sweater on, just like Freddy Krueger. Everybody around me family, we don't do recruiting. Everybody around me, ain't no telling who. Tell promoters book me, we gon' come and make a movie. All my friends